But
Moving on.
Arc Raiders. Now, I gotta be
Yeah.
honest. We didn't cover this video game at first because it's not really our typical game that we play. So yeah. So but now it's all the Battlefield and Call of Duty numbers, and this is a really good like third option for some people. But let me just break down what is Arc Raiders. Arc Raiders is a third person, which we do like, PvP or PvE extraction shooter set in a retro sci-fi apocalypse versions of Earth. You and your squad or solo drop into a dangerous open zone called the Top Set to fight robotic ARC enemies, scavenge valuable loot, avoid or fight other human players, extract safely before you die. I will say, it states you need to extract safely before you die. If you extract, you keep your loot. If you die, you lose almost everything. And that's a reason why these games normally are not for us. I don't like losing shit that I gain. I'm just going to be honest. Core gameplay mix of tactical third person shooting, survival under pressure, high stakes looting and extractions, PvE machines plus PvP squads, progression gear, crafting, normal stuff. But what type of player plays this game? I mean, I didn't realize there was a whole extraction shooter like niche in shooter games. So this actually was like a pleasant surprise. They do have co-op. Apparently they don't have duo. They have 3-player. I thought someone said that you can't do duo, but apparently it says duo or trio player squads communicate and teamwork together. And shooter fans, want something easier. This is their option. Live service progression players. Let's go into the critics' reactions though. Arc Raiders hold a very positive rating on Steam of about 89% of positive users reviews. That's pretty goddamn good. And on Metacritic, they have a between 85 to 90 frame. Some critics comments include gorgeous art direction and world building, smart AI enemies that actually feel threatening, most accessible extraction shooter yet. And another comment says, the most memorable multiplayer experience I've had all year. This shooter is tense but wonderful. What? I don't know who sipping Seth said that. But anyway, yeah, but the sales. This is looked as a huge success. The game launched on October 30th, 2025 for PC, Steam plus Epic, PS5, and Xbox Series X and S. It sold over 4 million copies worldwide within its first 2 weeks of release. That's unheard of. That is some Ghost of Tsushima numbers. Like, that is rapidly a successful game. Player count on Steam alone, peaks concurrent players reached about 482,000 just this past November 16th date. Now, in just to compare, and I'm not trying to compare, but to compare, Call of Duty Black Ops 7's concurrent players peaked at a little under 100,000. I just want to point that out. Not saying anything's wrong. Yeah, Arc Raiders is blasting the fuck out of Call of Duty numbers of concurrent player. Across all platforms, PC plus console, it reached a concurrent player of over 800,000 players at one point. All of this is very positive. It is said that this game budget, as far as what they expected to make, has blown past any predictions or what they thought. Arc Raiders is a huge success. Now, like I said, this game is not made for everybody. Like, losing loot after I get it is, yeah, I don't know about that. I don't know if I'm the player for that, if I can handle that. And going in, fighting with your squad. And I know sometimes you can go in there and you can like, oh, freely, and people won't kill you. And sometimes they take advantage of that and they do kill you and steal all your loot. And I don't know if this game is for us. What do you think, Infamous?
Hell no, this game ain't for us. And I'm gonna break it down in the simplest terms. So one, that duo thing, I think you was talking about our buddy in group chat with the Night Rain, that had no duos, only single, and then they added in duos. So I believe that's what you're probably thinking. But the reason I didn't bring this to your attention or talk about it, I might get flack for this, but I'm gonna say it. This game ain't nothing but the Division's Dark Zone by itself. And we played a shit ton of the Division. And I'm gonna tell you right now. Now I played the Dark Zone thing, and it was cool for me to work hard and get some
Mhm.
loot. And I got to go to
Mhm.
the extraction and the helicopter comes and load it up, and some guys like, hey, let me just get my stuff on here, and you're like, and they start shooting and trying to pop you to take your stuff. No, 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 no. No, I'm not about that. I don't put in work for Tom, Dick, and Harry to just come in, pop me, and run off with it. No, 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 no. Now, I do love, hey, it's third person. I
Yeah.
love that. You
Yeah.
no, we send Infamous. We love us some third person shooting, but it had too many negatives. It's always online. That's a problem. Digital
Ugh.
only. The PvP part, you can't ignore that. If this was just, hey, me, some friends, can do the PvE, have some fun, etc., and the danger of still being unalive and losing my stuff, but the AI got me or whatever. All right, that's cool. For a human, you add the human element to it. No, I ain't feeling it. And it comes at a great price point. I believe it's only $40, and
Yeah.
it's on console. That's another thing you had mentioned. You didn't know there was a whole extraction shooter thing. That's another reason probably for this game's success. It's on console as well as PC. Majority of the big or popular extraction shooters, a la Escape from Tarkov, if I remember correctly, that's a PC thing. Those are PC's bread and butter, your maxed out settings, mouse and click, proximity chat, all that. And I'm not for none of that. I ain't for it. Now I have heard friends try to suggest it to me. Oh, the community is okay. You roll up and you don't shoot at them, they won't shoot at you. Hey, that's bull. Because I'm telling you, I'm part of the problem. I'm telling you all. In the division, there was a guy that was following us, just running around. You know what I'm saying? He was trying to help out with the bosses and everything. He disappeared. He came back. He wanted to load his thing on the thing on the helicopter, and I was like, you know what? I popped him, dropped his loot, and was like, hey, I'm sorry. It's not you. It's me. But you have people that are like that. I mean, that was one of the things they had to tone down in Fallout 76 when the game came out. Random people just running around beating the shit out of each other. Hey, I'm friendly. Oh, okay, that's cool. You walk 2 blocks down the street, popping, getting, run his pockets. And the older I've gotten, I'm just not a multiplayer esque. Now, if there was a way to turn the PvP stuff off, but other than that, now maybe this goes on sale. Maybe possibility of trying this out, but I can tell you right now, as my co-host stated, she ain't about putting in some work, finding that piece of loot or gun she was looking for some 12-year-old to be like, let me get that. And then unalives her and takes it. I am happy of its success. It's doing well. As we've reported and as all gamers say, hey, something new, something different. Here you go. And gamers have came out in droves and supported its success. I just wish it was a bit better. And I'm going to add this too. You all may not know this, but I am thankful that they were straightforward with the marketing because there was
Oh,
another
yeah.
third person that we saw once upon a time and didn't realize what the fuck it was until we bought it. And it was a goddamn roguelike. And we were like, I don't like this type of shit. I'm looking at you, Returnal. Because they not one time during that market did they say, yeah, this is a roguelike. I don't want to work hard to be unalive and it gets taken away. But like I said, hey, this goes on sale. I mean, matter of fact, I'm gonna even ask now. Trees, is this something you would like to explore possibly in the future?
I spend a lot of time watching gameplay. I watch some other people reviews, and I will say this title intrigues me more than any other extraction shooter, probably because the community is very, very well established as being good guys, good people. Like a lot of people are in the community that are out to help people, especially new players. So I think that's the main thing that intrigues me. The fact that it is a known and established community that is positive. They're not with all the horse shit. So maybe our jaded souls, that is you and I, could get into this title more than this is probably our least barrier of entry for extraction shooters that probably ever exist in gaming will be probably Arc Ragers. Just because, like I said, the community is good. There's people actually is known for if you new, they'll come, they'll show you along, they'll help you. And the fact that if you say, hey bitch, you're friendly, they say, okay, you're friendly. All right now. and they won't unalive you. So yeah, just something maybe like you said, if it go on sales, we can get into, or if like some people in the community on our posts be like, hey, you're willing to show us the ropes. Hey, I'm all here. If somebody's willing to show me something, I'll play with you. So. But I think if any extraction shooter you gonna get me to play, it probably will be this one rather than the other ones. Cause from what I've seen, the other ones are a lot harder to get into than this one, just off its mechanics and its community and environment setting. So yeah, I guess all in all,
Yes.
I would try it.
A lot of them are much harder. A lot of them try to feel that hunger of first person shooter Call of Duty esque. They are in first person, and the challenging and the micromanaging aspect of it. Like you can only carry so much. You got
Hmm.
to manage where you put stuff in the inventory, things of that nature. Yes, this is a genre that I just have no say so or care. But like I said, you put something on sale, I'll try almost anything if it's cheap enough.
Yeah, cause he'll get top down games if it's on sale.
But
I
let us
do
know your thoughts.
I do
Oh,
wanna
go ahead.
ask, this of you in the comment section, just because Arc Rangers just because it sold so much and Call of Duty is struggling, this is one of the years as Call of Duty is down, it's very easy to bash and everybody's on its ass. In the success of Battlefield 6 too, this is kinda when I was doing my research on it, it was kinda being brought up as the third option of, shooter up games, and I'm like, "Has Arc Rangers done enough to have a seat at the table that is Battlefield and Call of Duty?"
Yes. And
Interesting.
I say that because before you add Battlefield equation, Call of Duty has been on a steady decline year after year. Battlefield had pretty much, we're just going to say it had lost its way before Battlefield 6. And there has been a whole, quote unquote, to feel, no pun intended, on a competent shooter that was not trying to milk the player base for every nickel and dime, that respected your time and money, and that also was in what it was. Arc Raiders is not sold as a $70 story narrative driven game with this added to it and a season pass and a battle thing. It didn't do all that. They said, hey, this is what we got. This is it here. $40, take it or leave it. Plain and simple. There's co-op, there's proximity chat, and the world around you is just as dangerous human around you. Now, like I said, with the recent failings of Call of Duty and Battlefield going on, there is a huge opportunity for Arc Raiders, but I ain't just Arc Raiders, for other games in this genre or in this kind of multiplayer magnitude to feel. Because normally all you hear is Call of Duty, Fortnite, and of course on
Mhm.
the off chance, those are the big multiplayer games as a service, and Warzone fits that too. But Warzone and Call of Duty are two different things if you want to get technical. But with Call of Duty constantly in a decline, Warzone is what picks up the pieces of that online fix of what is it called? Battle Royale.
Yeah.
And extraction shooters are nothing but just another slice of the pie, just a different flavor. So yeah, I can see Arc Raiders being at the table. It's sad to say I have to add this caveat. It ain't been a whole month of this game being out. And one article I remember reading and a few videos I've watched as this week was going on and I was looking into various news going on. A lot of multiplayer games like this come, they hit, they strike where the iron is hot, they burn bright so fast, and then they go out just as fast. A lot of them
Mhm.
do not go past their 1 year on being on the market without the player numbers tumbling. I'm trying to shift, pivot to different directions. So it's kind of a little, I wouldn't even say early, a little too early. Yeah, the numbers are great. Let's see how that's maintained because those 800 grand plus, that will drop as time goes on. People will get their fix and they move on. The biggest demographic and players of these games are young people, and their attention span is squirrel. Something else moved, and they move along with it. And the only thing that has maintained that level of momentum and adapting is Fortnite. Fortnite has the Simpsons world, and that just goes to show what how Fortnite succeeds because they bring in so much money. It allows them to stay competitive and adapt as the market shifts and changes, whereas other games, in a sense, don't. So let's see what they do with said success.
Yeah. Yeah, you
Hence,
make a good
you know,
point.
yeah, in a sense, because yeah, this is great starting off. So was Battlefield 6's numbers great starting off. But where's Battlefield 6 now, right now? Yes, the numbers won't be as high always, but let's see where it goes.
Yeah, once the casual gamer leaves a game, yeah, once and it's just the hardcore gamers left, yeah, the numbers is gonna see some probably a good fluctuation. You do make a good point about that. But let us know what you think of Arc Raiders. Are you hot and heavy for this game? Did you pick this game over Call of Duty or Battlefield? Or is this just something on the side that you play and you have to keep your Battlefield and Call of Duty just so you can get that little first person shooter itch? And this is just a little nice little side piece, a little side piece. Like we said, not sure if this game is for us or not, but we just wanted to bring the attention. We're just here to report the news, guys. Even on stuff we don't play necessarily, and that's not for us. Let us know. Let us know. This game is going. I'm gonna watch how this game goes. Like my cousin said, once it hit month 3, month 4, and really see if there's any adjustment in the players and the community, and if it goes on sale in that time frame too.
And that's it for this video of Are You Not Entertained podcast. Thanks for hanging out with us. Don't forget to like, comment, subscribe, and hit that bell so you'll never miss our next hot take. Until next time, are you not entertained?